What's up, people? I know we haven't done this format. It feels like a long time we haven't done this format. But we just sitting and talking to y'all.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
But we appreciate the love on all the vlogs.
Yeah, so. We've been doing vlogs.
And another one will be coming, so don't you fret.
But in today's video, we wanted to do a specific video that basically reviews the last year of our life, moving from California to Texas. Starting from how we felt, how we feeling now, and how we gonna feel later.
Okay, so past, present, future?
Yeah. When we first moved out to Texas, or we were thinking about moving, and this goes for anybody that still hasn't made that leap, or they really want to move to a new state or new environment, and they're just stuck, scared, maybe money, maybe family is stopping you, maybe there's a plethora of things, but we're going to tell you how it's been for us the past year.
It wasn't, I guess we were maybe rare because it wasn't hard for us because we had been planning it for about a year, right?
Yeah. We were looking to move for
actually longer than that.
About 2 years.
Because
once 2020 hit.
Mm-hmm. It was like a few months into the whole quarantine thing that I don't really remember why we started talking about it, but I had always wanted to move out of state, and I had always felt like I should be in Texas, and so I kept bringing that up, and then we started doing more research. So we had been planning and talking about it for a while, and then you guys know our whole story of moving out here, but spring of 2021, we came out here together, mm-hmm. and then that's when he was like, yeah, I want to move to Texas too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't scary for us, I guess, because we had time to think about it. If you're trying to be like spur of the moment, then obviously it's going to be a little scarier,
yeah.
And, you know. But I will say a lot of our family was like, are you sure about that? For different reasons, but my family mainly.
They thought we were still little kids. Oh, y'all can't do it. Y'all ain't got the juice.
We are their kids, but I think like my family, it was like, you guys don't have jobs out there. Are you sure you want to go right now? And so that part, yes, was very like spontaneous for us. And I don't know, I guess for me anyway, and I'm sure Ethan feels the same way. I was very trusting in our skills, in our motivation, ambition. And I knew...
And me.
Well, that obviously, too, you have to trust the person you're marrying. But I just, like, I knew that even if we had to kind of, like, you know, penny pinch, if you want to say that, for a little while, I just knew that it wouldn't be for very long and we'd be fine.
And the biggest thing for us was it did take planning. We didn't just spur of the moment leave. We actually had to... It took us about 12 to 18 months to plan this stuff out, get our ducks in a row, where we're going to be, stuff like that. Yeah. But we didn't have jobs. She's absolutely right. We didn't have jobs when we came out here. We just had $1 and a dream.
I mean, in a sense, that's not too far off.
It's kind of like corny life.
That's not too far off, though, I feel. But I think how I felt leaving anyway was really the only part that I didn't like about it was leaving my family. Yeah. Because I'm very close to my parents, I'm very close to my grandparents, and so leaving them, and you know, my house was right down the street from them, and so going from living right down the street, and I could be like, I just want to go see my mom, or I want to go visit with my grandma, I could just get up and walk over there in 2 seconds. So going from that to obviously thousands of miles away is rough.
Life on the easy road. That's what that is.
And then also, you guys know from past vlogs that my grandpa passed away, and so not being there right when it happened hurt me a lot. So that kind of stuff was rough for me. But I never got homesick. You know, it wasn't like I missed California. I missed them. I wish they would just like, you know, be right here next door.
Yeah, I never got homesick neither. But fast forwarding to once we got out here, once we got out here, it was kind of like, and our mentality was like, okay, we got stuff, we got to work. We got to go straight to work as far as not getting a job, but working on the house, getting things in order. Like, if we don't have jobs, how are we going to make money? So that's kind of like our mentality. It changed in that way where it's like, okay, well, we ain't got jobs yet. We got to figure out how to make this cash, and that's what we did. How we're going to leverage things, and that's kind of how we got to that conclusion until we got that job. I got my job, she got hers, and then we're able to kind of like level out. But we learned a lot about how to leverage real estate to make sure that if you have $0,
Yeah.
We didn't have $0 in our bank account, but we didn't have job money coming in. But we learned how to leverage
$0 that were just completely expendable to do all this stuff around the house.
And we had to learn how to do a lot of things on our own.
Yeah.
And once we found out that the house was really bad, did you have buyer's remorse? Did you think we had buyer's remorse or no?
There were moments, like days or like moments on certain days that I felt that way. I don't know. I mean, he probably didn't, but there definitely were times where I was like, we shouldn't have done this. We should have just bought a turnkey home or waited longer or lived in an apartment for a short time, something like that. Mm-hmm. But I did also know that there would be payout in the end. And I think a big part of that is growing up around rental properties. And I saw some bad stuff with my grandpa and grandma's and my parents' rentals and having to work on those and tear carpet out and fix holes in the wall, all kinds of stuff. Nasty stuff. So I think I always saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but there were days where it was rough. Like, when we first got here and we finally were living in the house. And
we were sleeping on airbag mattresses.
Yeah.
We didn't have beds.
There was one day
it was bad.
Okay, so we didn't have an actual bed.
Nope.
Mimi had popped the air mattress, so we had to jerry rig.
Ghetto-fy it.
Yeah, so that it would inflate again. So, and it kept deflating a little, because we had to inflate it every day. So there was a day that I woke up, my back hurt from that, and I was irritated about it, and then the house looked so chaotic, you guys know, and then on top of that, the AC didn't work, and it was so hot, and I was just oh my gosh, what is
she never had to experience that type of lifestyle. Me, it's easy for me, living in the trenches, that ain't nothing to me. I've learned how to be able to live without things, but for her, it's completely, I'm now you know how it feels to live
Yeah. One day Ethan needs to share about what he's talking about. Yes.
It's one of those things where I don't need to talk about it, but it's one of those things where
I think a lot of people would like to know about it. But anyway, yes, he's right. I never struggled per se, and that's just because my parents worked really hard and provided that life for my sister and I. But I mean, I'd been through rough things, but living situations like that, especially AC, because my dad hates when it's hot too.
Bougie.
We're both warm-blooded people, so we cannot AC's always on. He grew up without. They had it, but they didn't use it. So stuff like that. I know it sounds so first world problem, but but other than that, I didn't regret it because I always knew the light at the end of the tunnel, and I loved sharing that experience with you guys too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I want to let y'all know, if y'all do decide to move, y'all don't need the best stuff. Just find a house that's small, affordable, and if it needs to be some work done, so be it. But at least get your foot in the door, because honestly, I don't have buyer's remorse neither. I was a person that was always positive through all the chaoticness, which I think helped Courtney realize okay, Ethan's not really panicking. I ain't got to panic, but I don't like this heat. I don't like this, I don't like that. So she was nitpicky, but me, I'm all right. I'm always on go. So it was easy for me to stay positive and stay we're going to get all this stuff done eventually. But right now, we do got to go through the trenches and live how we're living. No couch, no furniture, because we have to have certain things happen before we can bring certain things these things in.
We just didn't want to bring furniture.
So
I think too, knowing that and just reminding myself and putting myself in that mindset of this is a short-term thing, this is not forever. Obviously neither of us could live like that forever.
No.
Not by choice anyway. So I think knowing that, and if you want to move, whether it's to a different city, different state, different country, sometimes you just gotta do it, and you may hate it, but you can always go back to where you came from. That's the thing. So we always said that. I mean, we knew we wouldn't move back, but we always knew that was an option if we really wanted to. So.
And another thing for you guys, we didn't choose the best of the best. We didn't choose 300,000. We didn't choose 400,000. We didn't even choose 200,000. So knowing where your finances are and understanding that, even if we had the opportunity to get a $350,000 home, I wouldn't have done it, because I'm that wouldn't have been the smartest move.
Don't overextend yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather start low, build on that, but we have no stress. That's the thing. You don't want to have the stresses of endless debt or endless monthly payments, especially for a marriage. If you guys are newlyweds or you guys are in a relationship, and money's tight, you don't want those issues. So whatever what you think, go down by like 2/3. And then that's where you start.
Well, and especially if you are like us and you move somewhere that you have no family, no friends, because you have nobody to kind of rely on or help you through those things, whether that just be like mental support or emotional support or financially. So, you know, like I used to be able, like my house in California, I'd be like, hey dad, like this happened. Can you come help me? I don't know. But obviously, I mean, now we FaceTime him, we call him, you know, if we don't know about certain things.
Going ahead, once things started rolling, we got jobs, things started rolling. Things, just our outlook on, dang, we really went through all that stuff and came out this way with no support, no nothing like that. It really gave us a lot of confidence in ourselves, like in our relationship, in our marriage, in each other. Which now, when I look back, I'm like, dang, I wish a lot of couples would go through struggles like that together and see like what they can do, like what they can conquer or what they can accomplish together. Because it really does bring out a different type of energy, and you guys have a different type of understanding about each other. Like, oh man, we really did that. You know, we really trailblazed like that. So, but you guys saw the vlogs and everything, and we did spend a lot of money with the repairs and upgrades, but as far as how we're feeling now, fast forwarding a year later, we met a lot of friends. We met some friends, new people, younger people, not dealing with 65 and older type people anymore, but we met some younger people, and it's honestly, I wouldn't take it back for nothing, to be honest.
Well, I think now, I mean, we, like you said, for some reason, we always become friends with people that are like our parents' age or older, which we don't mind at all, but it's just we kind of laugh at that. But I do think it's good to have friends of different ages, and you guys know that we are pretty good friends with our neighbors. Ethan's really close to them.
But yeah, she forgot her thought.
It was good.
Probably was a good one.
It was.
But yeah, if y'all have the opportunity to move, if you guys have been planning on moving or you guys want to move, I would just say do it. Stop thinking about it. Do it. First, learn your finances. Really get a budget going. If it all checks out, or even if it kind of checks out, like let's say 60-75%, where he's like, we might struggle for a couple of months, or we might struggle for 6 months if we do this. Honestly, since we moved, our money expanded a lot. As far as what we're able to buy, being out here, like the different culture out here. We learned that we don't need a lot of stuff anymore. Like we kind of stopped buying random stuff we didn't need to buy anymore. We kind of took on a different hobby when it comes to growing stuff and all that other stuff. So
getting away and fully moving away, it's kind of like when you go to college and you're completely away from everybody and you're on your own. And we did that obviously as a couple, but I think it made us stronger. We learned so much about ourselves as a couple, individually, all that, and how many things we can figure out on our own, and pushing us out of our comfort zone to meet new people, ask more questions, make connections, that kind of thing. Because we did I think I've said this before, but we did the 3 or 4 things, whatever, that they say you should never do your first year of marriage, which is move, start new careers or jobs, and I can't remember the other one, but I think buy a house. And I mean, we did that and more, because we not only moved, but we moved without jobs, without our family. We started new jobs multiple times, well, me multiple times. And not only did we buy a house, but we bought a crap show of a house that we had to go through a million renovations the first few months we had it, which I felt like would never end. I mean, there's still more to be done, but the big ones I felt like would never end. I just kept hearing cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Like money, the coin sound, money just falling. So
I feel like getting shot.
But I kind of, that didn't bother me, because somebody had said that to me before we left, and that didn't really bother me because I had seen multiple people do it. My sister and brother-in-law did it, and I was like, so what,
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as you know who you guys are and that you are in it for the long haul, obviously.
And have a plan.
And, you know, obviously there's been arguments, there's been, you know, things that have happened.
More you than me. Always arguing about some little things. Yeah, I put you on blast.
You're so full of it. But overall, like, we've fallen in love with Texas.
Yeah, we didn't have a backup plan, so
no. We
had to forcefully work through things.
Yeah.
And that required me, if I didn't know an answer, I had to make friends. I had to talk to people. I had to always say what I wanted, and eventually what I kept saying around people, somebody's like, yo, I did that. I know exactly what you talk. I've been through that. And so I'm like, oh, heck yeah, how'd you get through it? Boom, now I know how to get through my situation. Future plans.
Yes.
You know, the last thing. So we are planning on buying some more rental property, triplexes, quadplexes. Yeah. We're looking at buying another actual ranch home with the house, acres,
this
pond,
was never, we bought this knowing this would not be our forever home.
No, this is just a stepper home.
Yeah.
But we're looking for our ranch home finally. We thought we had it out there where we have the land.
We've looked at, I don't even know how many.
About 30 plus.
So we're kind of looking for two different things. We've been viewing, seeing, whatever you want to call it, a lot of homes that like we would actually live in long term, and then a lot of homes or properties for rentals. So we're both of those things are in the works right now.
And we'll explain those as well, like how we do it.
But neither of those things are outside of Texas.
No.
We get asked every now and then if we will move back to California or if we'll move to a different state. California.
No and yes.
Is a no. A lot of things would have to change if we ever wanted to move to California again or move back.
I'm messing with that.
Would we move to another state? Yes. There's not just any state. There's a few of them that we thought about moving to before this one too. So we're open to that.
Yeah,
and once you guys move, like we did, it gets easier. Like we're like, oh, we can move again. Yeah. I don't know. You don't get as tied to that as much.
So yeah, that's kind of our update, our year update, being in Texas, and we wouldn't change it for the world.
Nope.
And it actually made us stronger as a couple.
Yeah, we're thankful for the whole thing. Thankful for everybody that's supported us and helped us along the whole.
Thankful for you guys for being along for the ride, commenting like, "Yo, y'all should do this or y'all should do that." I'm like, I see y'all, I see it. We hope you guys enjoyed the video. We hope it brought value to your life. And if y'all have any comments about like, oh, where should we move or anything like that, just comment below, ask us, and we'll give our best advice to you. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Court.
And we are out of here.